I think next year, one suggestion, Linda, is
Yeah.
maybe tell them to put the singles at the beginning because it's confusing for the
Yeah,
judges
that's
to be able
what
to like differentiate what's coming, and it affects the
So I think the better thing for that is that they really need to separate and show when it ends and when the
Yeah.
next thing starts.
yeah.
feel like I'm confused already in this.
Mermaid. Oh wow, hold on. Mermaid story.
Mermaids.
Because oh wow, where's that at? Of course, my daughter loves mermaids.
So is the skiing photo part of the mermaid
Yeah,
story?
I see a
And
better
then-
story on mermaids.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Mm.
Here we go again.
Okay, we're familiar with that one. Yeah. Okay. Fight in the woods. Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. This person's working.
Yeah, this one just missed getting an award, didn't it? For Fight in the Woods.
No,
I
the
think
other
so.
one. The other one, I thought.
The other one got one. I thought we gave the
Yeah, you gave the other one.
The street fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taliban land. Okay. Yeah, that's almost. That was a good story. The Last Witnesses. It was strong. It was missing a few elements.
Mhm.
Same person. Okay.
That's strong. I haven't seen that once.
Mm-hmm. This is a new one.
Yeah.
Orthodox Jewish communities during COVID. What does that say? Mired in the same old cycle of conflict. Mired.
And the wild boar story.
Where boars hog the streets.
Guess they don't attack people because they're just.
Yeah, they're not territorial, but
I thought wild boars were kind of aggro, but
we have these turkeys in our neighborhood and they're very aggro.
yeah, wild turkeys are pretty.
That and geese. Geese don't let them have
Geese
a
are,
baby.
yeah, geese are aggressive, and they poo everywhere,
That's
which is kind of like annoying.
interesting. What is fire nomads? What is a fire nomad?
I think we looked at this story at some point, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't
Maybe
remember that
not.
story.
I thought we did. Oh, they probably go from fire to fight them.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, this wow, they really went far away with this person. Man.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
let's see. This was that story.
This person really has a unique eye.
Mm-hmm. Next stop, Great Britain.
I think
this
that
is
their
like,
slide is in the wrong spot, huh?
man. Oh yeah.
I think maybe by one spot. It's in the wrong spot.
Hmm.
Great story.
Mhm. Really important.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, this one is good.
I feel so bad for these people getting evicted, man. It's just crazy. Yeah. Hmm. I think it's pretty strong.
There's a behind the scenes of firefighters. Is that what that is? Oh, I can't tell.
Can't tell.
They're different stories. I don't. Really confusing. There's a whole other story with someone else.
Yeah, the story kind of blend into singles. There's no separation.
Man, really need that to be done.
This one has a name in the project description.
Yeah, this is really like not fair to the.
It's out, sorry.
You really. On them though.
Oh, nice way to introduce three single holding hands.
this is the
Yeah,
Afghanistan heroin story. Mm.
I think it's the same person who did the. These are nice,
Mm-hmm. Portrait series.
really
Yeah.
nice
They didn't
portraits.
even enter it.
That would have been. That's really beautiful. And that, you know,
Taliban.
Taliban. That's a nice portfolio. Work in that situation big time.
I think that photographer had a name, so we might have to disclose.
Oh no.
This is really like
Yeah.
that's just not right, man.
Bedana.
Good work.
I guess it's not the rules over there, maybe. This is nice too, though.
They're just copying and pasting, I think, from their dailies. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah. Or someone's doing it, they didn't read the rules.
Well, this is nice too. So
Yeah, this is really good.
we rewarded both these stories.
Mhm.
Beautiful. And they did the Lebanon story, which is really strong too. They got a great eye.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
Good.
Let's hope.
Solid story.
This is the last one. Save the best for last.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting. I think it's interesting to see people's choices on what they include and don't include in different entries.
Okay, so we'll go through and as we're going through them, if you, we can start talking about, here's what I'll need you to do, Julia. If you can just say, these are the singles, and then when we get to the story, start to read the story, stop when we get to the second story and start up that one. And that way the judges can see which are singles and which aren't. Thank you very much. Hey, this is a story, sorry.
So is that first photo part of the story? I mean,
It doesn't specify. I think that's their only single, actually.
oh, okay.
They have to have a certain amount of singles.
No, you have to have two stories, but you can have as many singles or
Okay.
not.
All right, this story is insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Thousands of supporters of President Donald Trump raided the U.S. Capitol building after a rally in D.C. Thousands of Trump supporters marched through the streets of the city as they make their way to the Capitol building, where many stormed it in Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021. Oh, and is this
To
the
me,
next
this
one?
is. Not good enough.
It didn't have a divider for this.
This is
Is
out.
that all the same stories?
This is out of order, I think.
I'm so.
It's so mess up.
No, this is just
Is that
something completely.
COVID? I saw COVID snow.
And then fish.
This is totally out of order.
Oh
Something's not right.
wow. Mm.
But this.
All right, so that's confusing.
This is.
For us. Too confusing for us to figure out. I say out.
Yeah,
Yep.
agree.
And that works.
And also the work isn't.
As you can see, there you can put in a story in a proper way, and even a portfolio. So it's your call on that, and you can go in that order.
Okay.
These are singles. Supporters of President Donald Trump descended on the United States Capitol as the 2020 presidential election results were going to be certified, making Joe Biden the next US president. The mob breached the Capitol as they tried to prevent the transfer of power. The National Guard was brought in, and security precautions such as fence were topped with razor wire was installed around the building leading up to Biden's inauguration, which symbolized the power transfer that the mob tried to avoid.
I think that with the Capitol photos, we don't need a backstory on that, do we,
Okay.
guys? I didn't like the wording of that. To be honest with you, bothered me. What the mob tried to avoid President Biden being inaugurated. Like they tried to avoid it. Is that what they did? I don't like that.
This one
That doesn't
is
make sense.
the Colorado River is the lifeblood for much of the West and Southwest in the United States. It supplies water to an estimated 40 million people. Climate change is threatening this water supply. An ongoing drought and severely low reservoirs have forced officials to limit the flow of water to areas that depend on the river's water supply. A diminishing snowpack, quicker spring runoff, less rainfall, and more demand are just some of the reasons for concern for the future of the Colorado River.
This is out for me. This photographer. This portfolio.
In order to keep disputes from causing violence in the community, Chris Wilmore started Street Beefs a decade ago. The monthly fighting events that meet in a homeowner's country field in Virginia give people the chance to settle their problems in the ring with boxing, mixed martial arts, and kickboxing. There are also matches that don't involve a grudge.
You know, with the water story, it was like you could see the photographer really thought about all the different angles. So it's an N for me. I mean, the singles, I mean, they might not make it to the next round, but it's an N for now for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to keep it to at least next round.
These look like singles.
It's nice daily life. That's nice too. Is she blind?
I can look.
Is this a story?
No, these are singles.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's blind when she contracted smallpox as a child.
Okay.
Our trip through Taliban land is the project description for this. The Taliban took over Afghanistan on the heels of a chaotic retreat of the mainly American forces. The National Afghan Army that had been trained melted away immediately. Anna Nachman buries the last victim, surviving witnesses from the Holocaust. Emil is dying. It all started 6 years earlier. Pain in the legs, problems with the eyes, and trouble hearing. After lengthy examinations, it turned out that Emil suffered from the rare disease called, I cannot read that, ALD. It causes the body to lose its ability to break down long chain of fatty acids, leading to permanent damage to the central nervous system in the brain. The Swedish Prime Minister Stefan Löfven steps down from power. After a decade of serving as Prime Minister and party leader of the Social Democratic Party, Stefan Löfven surprisingly announced that he was stepping down in August. In doing so, he paved the way for Sweden to get their first female Prime Minister ever.
There's two stories in there that I like. I like some daily images, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would have left the prime minister off shore.
Yeah, that
That weakened it. Some of the singles weakened it. But I kind of like it more than the one before, because it sort of feels like they're really trying to, the stories are more personal in that respect. But
well, there's two ends.
I'll put it in. I think there's, it's hard. I know we killed out one of the, like the one we really liked of that one Afghanistan, right? Drug, or is that killed?
Yeah, because it had a name.
The one with the heroin in Afghanistan?
Mhm.
Yep, it
Yeah,
had a
it's
name on
gone.
it. We can keep it because it didn't have its name on it in the other, in its, as a story, but in here, because the name was on the portfolio, we have to turn it
Oh.
out.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. So, okay, let's
It
keep the other
is,
one
it
then.
is unfortunate, you know.
Yeah, I feel bad.
This one was a good story. I
Yeah,
was
this
surprised
is,
not to see anything else.
I say in for this.
in. Yeah, I like this.
These are singles.
I'm not feeling those singles.
Mm-mm.
Concow,
No.
California, July 22nd, 2021. The nomads of Butte County must hide, or Butte County perhaps, must hide or keep moving, scope out a little wooded draw to park a trailer unnoticed, or set up tents deep in the Cascade foothills. The campfire displaced roughly 50,000 people in 2018, and many are still living in limbo, off the grid, and out of compliance. Campfire victims and single mother Inez Salinas has to bathe her 5-year-old daughter, River, outside her 20 by 8 tiny home because she has no running water or electricity on July 22nd, 2021 in Concow, California.
It's a great story.
This is a great story, but too bad the visuals is just not there for me.
I thought there were some nice moments in there.
It was
I think they had stuck with the mother and the daughter for the whole time. That would have been better.
right.
What's this story about?
Oh, I thought it was a capital
Capital.
one, but it's not.
Securing the capital. It is
It's
securing.
the California capital.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a boring story.
Okay.
I don't feel this one.
I don't either. It's a pass for me.
I'm with you guys.
You would.
Sounds good.
These are singles. Thousands of refugees and migrants have set up camp on the outskirts of the French seaports Dunkirk and Calais. Fueled by the dream of a better life in Great Britain, they've struggled along various routes through Europe, and most plan to cross the English Channel in one of the small rubber dinghies supplied by human traffickers. Others will try their luck on board trucks. The weather is rough, and the crowds of people swell in the camps. A few days ago, 27 people drowned when a boat capsized, and yet people are willing to take the chance. Hope in the dream of a better life on the other side of the channel is potent.
Well, that wasn't a bad story. And then this isn't bad. We know this
Oh,
one.
yeah, we know this story.
I think there's a. For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this in.
And
Dante Wright was pulled over for a traffic violation in April by Brooklyn Center police. After discovering an outstanding warrant, police attempted to arrest Wright. He resisted and attempted to flee as police tried to maintain control. Brooklyn Center police veteran and training officer Kimberly Potter yelled, "Taser, taser, taser." Instead, Potter confused her gun for her taser and fired a single shot, killing Wright and sparking intense protests outside the police station. Potter resigned and was charged with a second and third degree manslaughter. She was convicted of both charges in December 2021. This one is critical care nurse Holly Villione, who assured her mother-in-law in the days before a family gathering that all would be safe, is haunted by questions of guilt and responsibility after her death. Not a day goes by when she doesn't regret that decision or wonder if she was the one who spread the virus to family members.
oh my
Yet the
goodness.
pain of that loss has deepened in commitment to the difficult work in South 7, where she draws on her skills, sense of compassion, and support of colleagues to wage what she calls a personal vendetta against the deadly pandemic.
Is this another story? Was that another?
No, these are singles.
Singles.
Hmm. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I like to keep this one for next round.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll second that.
These are singles. For years, Neville has claimed a small nook on Houston Street in downtown San Antonio. Each night, he sets up his boxes that he crawls into before falling asleep. It's taken a few years, but Neville has grown to trust Valerie Salas, an outreach worker who has focused her attentions on helping him. Being able to help him took lots of time and patience. It was months before he would even speak with Valerie, often wandering up and down the streets, talking out loud to himself and ignoring her. Some days are good, some bad, Valerie said. Neville refuses to speak about his mental health, although his family has said he started to display signs of schizophrenia years ago. Many mornings, as soon as Neville crawls out of his boxes, he begins writing on the walls with his index finger, talking to himself, much of it nonsensical. But then there are the days where Neville's goofy side comes out and he laughs and jokes with Valerie. And those are the days Valerie treasures. This one. Basic military training has continued at Joint Base San Antonio Lackland through the pandemic, but its continuation was not always guaranteed. Commanders fought to keep it going. They created special protocols to keep Air Force recruits safe while also ensuring that they got the training they needed without interruption. Residents at 817, 819 West Poplar Street in San Antonio spent 2 years living with no hot water. Latoya Graves had to boil multiple pots of water just to get a few inches in the bathtub so she could bathe her two youngest children. Their houses were crooked, causing one resident, Lawrence Ellis, to sleep at a slant. There were holes in the ceiling of all the homes that large critters could and would crawl through at night. Sewage from one home backed up in the bathtub of Cecilia Hazel Perez, forcing her to stand on the edge of her tub to wash herself in cold water. The sewage lines from her toilet were not hooked up either, meaning everything stayed under her home, which was held up by a jack. The residents called code compliance multiple times, and multiple times their landlord did nothing. As the pandemic wore on, Shepherd filed for emergency rental assistance. The moratorium on evictions was over. Shepherd filed papers to evict all of them for non-payment of rent.
That's an out for me.
Yes, me too.
I believe these are singles.
Hey,
This one is about the killing of Dante Wright. I don't think I need to read through that again. On July 1st, with little warning and no public ceremony, U.S. forces abandoned the sprawling Bagram Air Base, the hub of the 20-year American war effort in Afghanistan. 6 weeks later, on August 15th, Taliban fighters slipped into the base and freed thousands of prisoners, including senior Taliban and al-Qaeda figures, from a prison complex at Bagram. A base that was once a bustling city housing tens of thousands of troops is now a desolate ruin. Within Bagram's concrete blast walls, a bedraggled unit of Taliban fighters guards the emptied prison, once a site where the U.S. military detained thousands of people suspected of being insurgents, often for long periods without charge or trial. Oh, this is the little, the future of driving is here. It's electric. Do you want me to read the caption for this one?
mm-mm.
No,
This is a no for me too.
Yeah, it's enough for me.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on this one, so yeah.
These are singles.
Look at that air quality. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Located in China's far west, Xinjiang Autonomous Region is home to about around 12 million. I feel bad, I don't know how to pronounce this.
Uyghurs.
Uyghurs, okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
Uyghurs.
Uyghurs, predominantly
Uyghurs, that's right,
Muslim,
Uyghurs.
which is almost half of the operation of the region. They have their own language close to Turkish and the religion Islam, which has been practiced here for centuries. Over the years, Western countries have been accusing China of repression campaigns against Uyghurs in their culture, while the US and Canada call the treatment of Muslim ethnic minority groups genocide, which China denies. Not knowing how to pronounce these things is proof that I read most of my news instead of listening to it. Every year, millions of Chinese tourists flock to museums and sites that pay tribute to the country's Communist Party and its revolutionary past, spending millions of yuan on the political pilgrimages, which are central to what is known in China as red tourism. Estimates show that more than 800 million travels take place every year to red tourism sites or tourism related with the Communist Party history and legacy.
It's a no for me.
It's
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
not really feeling it. And I didn't get the Wuhan diaries either.
These are singles. At Central Romana, Dominican Republic's largest sugar producer, laborers worked 12-hour days and lived with their families in company housing without electricity or potable water. Human rights activists had for many years publicly protested the mistreatment of sugar workers at Central Romana Corporation in the Dominican Republic. In 2016, the company sent armed guards and bulldozers to evict 60 families from makeshift houses built on the dusty edge of sugar plantation.
Didn't we see like a portrait series or something about that same topic, but it was different?
A House impeachment managers march articles of impeachment across the US Capitol for a second time. The image of the January 6th insurrection was still fresh. Capitol windows were newly shattered and the life of Capitol Officer Brian Sicknick had just been lost. Trump was charged with incitement of deadly insurrection. Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, the lead House impeachment manager, played a key role in the prosecution during the Senate's 4-day trial of the president. In closed-door meetings, impeachment managers anxiously waited and tallied the votes. After hearing guilty from 57 of their fellow congressmen, they had fallen short of a 2/3 majority. The goal of Palestinian statehood is once again at the center of American diplomacy as part of a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but a closer look reveals just how distant that prospect has become. Jerusalem, always the hardest nut to crack for final negotiated peace deal, has attracted zealots on both sides. Palestinians in the West Bank are ever more dependent on Israel for both jobs as their own economy has failed to mature under occupation. More than 100 Israeli settlements have penetrated deeply into the West Bank.
It's out for me.
Out. That's an out for me too.
This one has no dividers. But I think this is the story about the eviction.
Yeah. Yep.
Inmate firefighters, including Joshua Emerson Murty, second from left, wait for instruction before a backburn operation on the North Complex fire in Butte County, California, USA, on Sunday, September 13th, 2020. Governor Gavin Newsom signed Bill AB 2147 to clear the criminal records of inmate firefighters and make it easier for them to become professional firefighters.
Oh, that's why I was confused, because he's an inmate as well.
That's a nice
Nice story,
though.
though.
He's changed.
Yeah, it's like a good idea.
We'll leave it in for now.
Yeah, this is
And this is a drug story right here.
Yep.
kind of all over the place though.
Is it? I think it's focused on this one young lady.
Yeah, it just I don't. Oh, is this all the same photographer though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same
Yeah, I think
photographer.
leave this in.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
They've been
I'll
really
keep it
slick,
here.
detailed. Yeah. I think overall it's good. That's crazy stuff. Wow.
Hmm.
Large ash cloud and lava flow from the Cumbre Vieja volcano from the Llanos de Eridane on November 19th, 2021 in La Palma, Santa Cruz, Canary Islands, Spain. During the night of November 18th, the cone of the volcano partially collapsed again and produced an overflow of the lava lake with the formation of waterfalls that fell from the crater.
Hmm.
Two farmers in the farm. There's no like description, but I guess it's about farmers collecting ash.
To protect their crops, maybe.
Yeah. This one also doesn't have a project description.
This
but
looks like Barcelona.
yeah, Barcelona, Spain. The protest was called by collectives from the left to claim total amnesty, dissolution of the riot police, self-determination, and bread, shelter, and work.
This is that what
Oh.
that is?
It has a name.
Oh,
It's out for me.
Okay. Yeah, the two other stories just don't hold up to the first one.
Children's hospitals around the country are seeing a surge in COVID-19 patients, and that care that pediatric specialists are trained to provide to the sickest patients has been disrupted by the Delta variant, transforming quiet ICUs into chaos. Crush of COVID-19 cases at Children's Hospital New Orleans grew so dire this month that the state called in a federal search team of emergency responders to help. Mention Guantanamo Bay and people tend to think of caged men wearing orange uniforms as on their knees, the image of opening a day at wartime prison 4 months after the attack of September 11th. But this military base is more than one big prison. About 6,000 people live at the US Navy outpost, which has the trappings of small town America and the amenities of a college campus and functions like a cross between a gated community and a police state. As a Defense Department school system for the children of sailors and contractors, a seaport for Navy and Coast Guard supply missions, bars, ball fields, neighborhoods with swing sets, beaches with barbecue grills, and pleasure boats to rent for the excursions on the bay.
Wanted to see all of that.
yeah. I want to see the kids at
All
school.
of
Yeah, it's all
It's out.
it's out for me.
Oh.
And this one is, yeah.
Yeah, this is
What is that? We don't have to look at this one, do we?
we saw this a number of times. I think we got that. Okay. Yeah, this is out for me.
It's out for me.
Me too.
I believe these are singles.
That's nice. Hmm.
While the world waited patiently for their first COVID-19 vaccine, many on Maine's small islands were vaccinated early. Ministering to this hardy bunch who bared their arms for a first dose of the Moderna vaccine were 5 staff members and volunteers from the Maine Seacoast Mission, a nonprofit group created in 1905 that serves the health and community needs of 10 unabridged inhabited islands east of Boothbay Harbor. In February and March of 2021, the group braved frigid temps and set sail on the Sunbeam, its 74-foot ship, to reach islands such as Great Cranberry, Frenchboro, Isleford, and Islahau.
It
I
said
thought
Phil.
it was Bernie, y'all. Y'all remember that picture of Bernie that went viral with him sitting in the chair?
Yeah,
That other picture, it looked just like him.
that was Bernie. But where's the? They said they set sail. Where's the?
I didn't. That story just. It's
Oh,
a.
but it's I don't see
I
any
don't get it.
that's there for me. Mm-mm.
Can't see this one.
As we conclude year 2 of the pandemic, America is averaging nearly 650,000 cases a day, and healthcare workers are tired. The nurses and doctors who work in intensive care are schooled and mass casualties, skilled at rescuing the sickest patients, and accustomed to relying on the findings of time-tested science, but nothing in their experience compares to COVID-19.
This is enough.
Yeah, this is a no.
Out.
It's out.
Out. They're out.
Okay. Thousands of political activists, pundits, and elected officials from around the nation and world gather in Orlando for the annual Conservative Political Action Conference. Oh, isn't this the one where they did communion?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
This the one.
Section. Okay.
After 60 days of Donald Trump making regular claims, oh, this is the impeachment. Well, not
This
the
is the
impeachment,
inauguration.
insurrection.
Yeah. It's out for me.
Yeah, this is out for me too.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I third that.
This is out. Oh, man. Huh.
Oh. Mm. They had a point of view. Mm. Is this a story or is this still singles?
They don't have any like,
No breaks.
oh wait, there is a break actually. I believe I see here. Okay. The first story is already fragile with assassination of their president and continuing economic turmoil. Haiti and its people are struggling to survive, also being hit by a 7.2 magnitude earthquake and a tropical storm in 2021.
And this was another story.
Yeah. Venezuelans have been turning to the Afro-Cuban tradition of Santeria for healing ceremonies aimed at curing everything from illness to heartache for decades. This series chronicles the tradition for well-being. This one is a merciless sun seared the migrants as they walked through one of the driest places in the world, trying to illegally cross the border from Bolivia into Chile, fearing it might soon be closed. It has become common in recent months to see migrants trudging across the Atacama Desert, but the flow appears to have increased in recent days ahead of Chile's presidential runoff election. Migrants fear that if far-right candidate Jose Antonio Cast wins, he will close the border as he promised during his campaign.
Maybe keep that one. I'm not.
Sure, I'll keep it. I'll
I'm
second
not.
it. There's some strong singles in
Yeah,
the
and
story or two.
but
But
like the story was actually kind of. I wish there was a little more interaction, but it was pretty. From Haiti, and the Santeria was good.
yeah, the Santeria was good.
Yeah.
What's this picture? She
She looks
Vendor
tired.
Celestine poses for a photo while taking a break in her butcher stand in a popular market in downtown Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021.
No, that's right.
This is.
These are singles, by the way.
Oh, okay.
All right, this first one is Haiti is not one story, it is many stories, overlapping, colliding, advancing relentlessly to violent and heartbreaking endings. The rich and the desperately poor, the brutal and the brutalized. Uneasily and sometimes murderously, they share half an island that is a magnet for natural disasters. The photographer, working with a reporter, spent 4 weeks in Haiti and came away with a kaleidoscopic collection of images, fragments of slices of life in a tumultuous land.
wow. That's a
Yeah,
no.
it's to me, yeah, it's a great idea that didn't get carried out in the way it could have.
58 people disappeared in seconds from a mudslide in the Guatemalan town of Cueja in November 2020. 40 homes were buried under tons of mud and dozens of others were left inaccessible. Survivors of the mudslide triggered by Hurricane Eta that buried their Guatemalan town now live in temporary settlement founded on a third of their agricultural land, close to their buried homes.
Oh, for me.
There's more pictures, aren't there? That's 31.
No, I think that was it.
There are more, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more.
I heard 3 outs, but I'm happy to show the last few.
Oh, if there's three outs, then let's move on.
I didn't say anything. Oh, did I? Did I? Maybe I did. I'm getting tired.
I didn't hear 3 outs, but
Yeah, I did say out.
I heard one out.
These are singles.
I just thought that story didn't work.
mm-hmm. What is going on there? Mm.
Oh, man.
Now the uncontested rulers of Afghanistan, the Taliban has set their sights on stamping out the scourge of narcotics addiction. Oh, is this the one where
Yeah,
they have
this
a
is the
name?
drug story.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
name
there's a
is-
name in this one.
Anna or Dana, something. Felipe
Yeah.
Dana.
Felipe Donna.
Donna.
good shot. Good.
Yeah,
That's
let's keep
unfortunate.
that one. Then.
I remember this photo. I liked it.
That's a good shot. Yeah.
Yeah, these are singles.
Yeah, this is nice. So far, I'm vibing with this.
Yeah, this is strong.
The Taliban's offensive was relentless as it reached the gates of Kabul.
Oh, okay.
Afghanistan's presidential
Oof.
coterie escaped. Afghan troops surrendered, laid down weapons, or fled. The U.S. was completing a withdrawal from its longest war. Chaos followed. Tens of thousands of Afghans mobbed the airport, desperate for flights out, as the Taliban used its signature brutality to control crowds.
Mm.
Bloodshed pitched when an Islamic State suicide bomber detonated his vest among the hordes, killing at least 170 people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
After the
oh,
Taliban,
they did
Yeah,
this too.
I remember this one.
And then they
That's
have the
really
children portrait at
nice.
the end.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Let's keep this
I
one.
think this is
Yeah, this is
probably
the
it.
winter dinner chicken.
That's gorgeous.
And then the children portrait at the end.
Yeah, well
Mhm.
edited,
Oh
strong.
no, the
Oh,
Lebanon
wow.
unrest is what it is.
That's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah.
They really
That is such a beautiful photo.
these are really nice.
so this
The
one is
storm is here.
this one.
They just take out a few photos. This would be better. That
Mhm.
one could go.
This one's about the Derek Chauvin trial.
Mm.
Some of the first Taliban fighters to enter Kabul drive an American Humvee through the Kot-e-Sangi neighborhood on the day the country fell to their offensive in Kabul, Afghanistan. After 20 years of war and a rapid advance in the last month, the US-backed government collapsed and the Taliban took power within hours, rushing into the capital as the former president fled and scrambled to secure the city of millions. The news prompted panic among Afghans, and thousands headed home to await a new reality of Taliban regime.
Huh. This one's
There's some nice moments. Like
yeah.
it almost humanizes the Taliban. I feel like connected to them a little bit.
Mhm.
Like the one where the little boy's walking towards him and he's like smiling.
Mhm.
That was a Taliban fighter, right? Or a Taliban member, Julia?
Which one? The walking?
If you go down to the last story, and when they're sitting in the home, keep going down.
Oh, I see. Let me read it. Mohammed Zahid Khalid Omer, 18, holds his 1-year-old sister Sumera in his family home in Kurbani village of Chak district, Wardak province, Afghanistan, Friday, November 19th, 2021. Zahid is the youngest member of a group of Talibs, all from Chak, that have been assigned to guard a holy Shia site, a sect of Islam not identified with the Taliban movement. Since the Taliban came to power 3 months ago, Kabul has sought a wary balance with their new rulers as the Taliban tries to transition from a waging jihad to governing a country facing an economic crisis and implementing their severely conservative vision for Afghanistan.
Well, that's interesting because that's his little sister too. I like it. I mean, the first story is not my favorite.
Mhm.
Can we go down? Is there another? How many stories is there? One. Oh, for now, justice. That wasn't really my favorite either. I can't just keep it because of one story.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no singles in this portfolio, just 3-4 stories.
I like that last story though, and there was more photos they included in this one than the other story that they put together. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like when you did, okay.
It's good. It's good coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It appears there are no singles and that it's 4 stories.
They changed the edit too on the first story on the order.
Yeah, they did. They put the ender first.
Yeah.
And the trader is second.
That doesn't really make a lot of sense. I would have probably got rid of the trader shot then. Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
in
good.
this one, there's only one story that I am drawn to. The
Well,
other 3.
Yeah, let's just try to let's start and see what's left, and then if there's too many
Yeah.
left, then we'll
Okay.
definitely dead this one.
Okay, so if you'll start, we'll see
Good.
where we're at.
I hope we end out with,
Whoa.
still one too many.
Wow. So yeah, definitely get rid of that last one.
Okay.
I didn't know we had this many left. We were
Yeah,
generous.
Man.
I thought we kill a few, but actually we didn't.
Okay, let's see.
That first one again. I
Mm,
guess we could just start going through them again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can I think let's go
Let me see
down.
the
Let's see
last
it.
story.
They had some
That can
strong
go.
shots in this one, but I just wasn't too
Yeah.
drawn in with this.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I can say goodbye to this.
Yeah,
I thought
More
we
we can
stories,
did.
lose
right?
this. We can lose this one.
I think we did, or I voted against. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think I asked to
Yeah.
keep it in.
Okay.
I'm
All right, we'll blame
taking,
Kim. Kimberly gets
Huh?
blamed. Next one.
Oh, okay.
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 I'm taking the 5th on
Alright.
this one.
Okay.
Like there's nice moments. Oh, is this the story that I like this story? Did we move to another one?
Yeah, this is a good. It's deep. I think that's probably should be in our top ones, maybe.
What's the other story? Okay. Okay.
I I just can't stand them damn boars. Like, I don't know.
I like that.
Like, that's the only thing. Like, that story is weak to me.
What's this last story? What is
I
that?
think it's fun.
From lockdown to euphoria. I don't remember seeing this one.
I think I saw this one, but it kind of bleed into the other
This
story.
is
I
hype
think.
during lockdown. Yeah, this doesn't work.
Speaking of Euphoria, today is Sunday. Doesn't a new episode come out today?
That show
Yeah,
gives
this
me
really doesn't
anxiety.
work.
I have to stop watching it.
It's well
Oh.
shot.
The first story is good. The second story should have left the third out.
Yeah.
All right, in or out?
Because at least
Yeah,
it's
I can out on this one.
I'm scared.
it's out.
I don't know what's left. I can't remember.
Oh,
We got plenty.
this is a very strong story, but the other
I got COVID
the-
brain.
The other ones are not.
I think this is an out for me. What's the stories? I cannot
You
remember. My
think?
brain is like,
You forgot this story, Kimberly?
this is the sexual
Okay.
abuse.
Yeah, this is the sexual
oh,
abuse.
okay.
I think this is
Okay, this one stays.
And
I like
isn't-
this story too.
But as I look at the migrant
Oh,
one, it
yes.
had some really
Wait, where
Hold on.
we moved on to the next one? Okay.
Yeah, I think we were on the fence on this one earlier.
No, I think it got a place, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It got a.
Honorable mention.
Mhm.
And I like the nurse story.
Wow, you get to really see the nurse being vulnerable. It's a
Mhm.
lot. It's a lot for them.
We should keep it in.
I don't like the singles though.
There are a couple of nice singles, but there are a few of them I would take them out.
Which one? I know you like probably like the sports one, and then the kids crying.
Yeah, it seemed like some of the singles should have been with the other stories, but
Yeah.
I don't
sing way too many singles. Only need like
Yep.
3, 4.
Mhm. Yeah.
These were really good
mean,
ones.
I mean, they should think quality instead of quantities, you know?
Yeah, you don't have to have 40 images, you know.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it in for now and then we come back to it?
Sure.
Okay.
The work is so strong.
Okay, yeah, this is
I like this.
Yeah,
I like this.
I like
photography.
this
They really
one,
are telling
singles
stories,
are
and they're
good too.
Yeah.
they're in there with the people. You know, they're really
And this firefighter story is good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's a nice backstory. I think
Yeah,
this
it's-
one could be one of the places.
This is the one where it's like the edit just seemed. I don't
The
understand
fiction
it.
story.
Yeah.
This
The last
story about
story,
the-
yeah.
Did we read a description for that last story? I don't think we did.
It's not edited quite right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
And a tenderloin. Oh wow, her little brother died, overdosed on fentanyl and ketamine. Oh wow. And now she's out here.
Yeah. It's
This is
a
strong.
sad
Let's keep
story.
going.
The photographer is really getting in with them.
Mm.
I just think the edit on that particular story got a little confusing, but the other ones were pretty strong.
For sure.
Like really, like I would keep this in for sure.
Yeah. I'm in. This one had some nice singles too.
Yeah.
This one, I like the singles, but the story is sort of like, you know, I don't.
Fragmented.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need defragmented.
Oh, is that the Santeria story though? I like that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
that's the
Yep,
It is?
That's the Santeria. This is
It is
pretty
like that.
strong. Let's see what the
Yeah.
the last story.
Oh, we like
Chile was less strong. It's okay though. It's tight, you know.
You're right. It is less strong, but it's tight.
Yeah, they did it looked like it was a little bit more of an assignment on that one,
Mhm.
Mm.
but it's good. I mean, it's that they didn't put too many extras in this. Those last two again, like I don't think we have to. I think people are just throwing some in. I
Mhm.
think people won't understand, and that's not a good. It's a good reminder when we edit. Tight.
Yeah.
Tight
Because
and
it
to
could
the
be the
point.
Yes.
between you winning and not winning, or just getting your story across more clearly.
Yeah.
So we're keeping this
Keeping
one?
this one?
I think we are.
Yeah,
think-
I think so.
Yeah, that's strong enough to go to the next round.
Okay.
I like that. This is it for me.
This is number one. I
Yeah,
think.
this one, I like this one, yeah.
I'm
To
with
me,
you.
yeah.
And we took this one out and it didn't have a star on it because they decided at the end.
Okay.
So evaluating, it puts you now at 5.
We're almost done, guys. We gotta
More?
be done in like 9 minutes because Tay wants to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but we just have a couple of things to do at the end.
We need to lose one.
All right.
Do 2 things when we're done, but let's continue with this.
Who's the? I can't remember the stories for the first one. They had to be strong because I didn't really. Oh yeah, that's right. This
Yeah,
is,
that the with this sexual
Yeah.
abuse
Mhm.
story.
sorry, I forgot that quick already. Right? It's the singles that throw me off in the beginning. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, this is probably we're keeping this one in. But the singles are.
Singles just didn't hang in there, and the toothbrush and the last picture, whatever, just on the migrant story, just really throw it off.
Tied on the tree.
I haven't,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
haven't
I
seen
like
many,
that detail.
but not where it's at. I didn't think it worked for me.
I don't think it's work.
So is
And
this
this one, you could have almost started with the snowy Dante in a way, like, rather than end it.
No, this portfolio started with Dante. She moved on to the next one.
Oh, I mean, like with like for me, the last two, the way that they have them is like Dante, and then that you could have almost moved that snowy Dante up, start if you wanted to use it. Put this one in there, but but at that point, I would have killed him.
Literal to me. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like ending it doesn't. It if you had to use them, I'm saying I would have edited them out.
Yeah, I like the nurse story, except the last picture, the building. I don't think we need to include that building mug in the story.
All right,
don't
I'm going to
think
keep
this
us
project
from
makes
what
it.
should or shouldn't. Let's focus on as an entire.
So I personally would not. This one goes down in a level for me, maybe an HM.
Maybe in HM, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right, let's
look
move to the next one.
We got to
This
keep.
one's-
We have to get rid of one.
This one's
It's-
stronger. I think it's places.
I see.
I think this one is number 3 for me.
Okay, let's go to the next
Okay,
one. We know
that
this is
sounds
going to
good.
stick around.
Oh,
And
Oh, this one probably will be out, huh?
This is the one that I don't care for.
What was the stories? Yeah, we can't remember anything. Oh, this is the Santeria. Yeah, but you
What's
can't
that?
keep it because of one story. Like there at least has to be 2 or 3 things.
yeah,
that seems a little.
I'm not gonna like fight for it, but I think they're I feel like they're trying not to make literal
Name.
pictures. Name? Okay, it's out.
Alright, so it's gone, guys.
Gosh, this
did
is
you-
really, I feel we really need to stress to people that they got to go through their captions and
Yeah,
And,
they-
and
Yeah,
I
I
need to
did
go
their
through
name
them
on
so
that
you
put all
don't
one?
that
see 'em.
work in, and
Yeah.
it's also the judge's time, but more importantly, the good work gets lost.
and then I think the editing needs to be improved as well, because there are so many mundane photographs sticking in there, just weaken the story.
Okay, so you
Great
have
point.
marked already your number 1 with all those
Okay,
stars. So
yeah.
your number 2, your choice, or we could go back.
Be
I think
number
we
two.
agreed that
one.
this would be number 2, right?
Yeah, this is my number
I
2
like
choice.
that. Number
I-
3. What's number 2? Tay, what do you think? What do you guys
This
think?
is my number 2.
Oh, number 2. Okay, I can live with that.
I'm supportive of that as well.
Yeah,
And then you had Britain as your third? Or did
yeah,
you,
Yeah,
and this was your HM?
this is my HM.
that's really good. I think that's good.
Okay.
What's the other one again?
The other one is the Brit, is the first one there is the Britain.
Sexual assault. Do we like?
Yeah,
Do we
this,
want to make this second though?
Could be second.
yeah, I think that the second,
Because of the
the
bravery of
singles-
the
the singles,
story is
But the
just.
singles bring it down a lot.
Let's see it again.
Linda, can you click on the last one?
The
I
single,
thought, yeah, this one. I think this one is not my choice first place.
it's my choice.
Oh, the
Yeah.
sexual abuse was my choice
Oh.
of first place.
This is my first place.
Yeah,
'cause
okay,
This
it's
is my first place.
tight
This is-
from
okay.
beginning to end. The
Yeah,
singles on
it's-
point,
it's
3
almost-
stories on point.
had 2
boom,
minutes.
boom. And I love that the photographer like did the news. It's like inside, outside,
Number
breaking news, like, and then did that beautiful story with the
Okay.
Women.
women in
Then-
their
then-
homes back
Yeah.
in
In
the
that
Lebanon
Case,
streets.
I think we should move the sexual abuse to number 2.
I can do that. Yeah, I think that's good. I can live with that.
Mhm.
And we're good.
So wait,
Yeah,
it's like, was this gonna
Wow.
be was this gonna be HM or was this gonna be third and the Dante Wright was gonna be the third, the
I think
HM?
this is
Third,
third, and then
and then-
Dante. is-
Yeah. Wow.